Gemini Sun and Rising. Let's see what September has in store for you. So, your highlighted chakra of this month is the Soul Star Chakra. This is located like a couple feet above our crown. You have here the Angels and Masters card. And then for your other oracle card, you have the Compassion card, which says the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand with others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. So let's just go straight in. I'm just gonna show you your tarot cards and I will read out my notes and give you your message for September. So your first card is the World card. Then you have the Five of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. Then you have the Five of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. Then the Strength card reversed with the King of Swords. And then you have here the Devil with the Knight of Swords and the Hierophant as your last card. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the good old Tower card. Don't freak out, just listen. Alright, so you are very much supported in the seen and unseen realms, okay? But also friends. Friends are really supporting you this month. And they're reminding you of who you truly are, okay? You're kind of like getting really great support to wake you up, to bring back that brightness of yours. Yeah, so it's sort of like you're being helped to kind of like wake back up, get, your energy back. And so you're able to take a more practical approach with your emotions and what's really going on inside you. So it's sort of like, this King of Swords is really important here, especially being next to the Strength card reversed. And sort of like you're taking an outside looking in perspective kind of approach, and you are like really sensing out with that strong mind of yours, Gemini, of what is really going on within you and what is it that is unstable in a sense. So there's a sense of you having had blinded yourself from seeing the blessings that are already here and who you truly and magnificently are, and the opportunities that are waiting for you. So especially with this, the Five of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles, it's like, bro, this is richness, this is great fulfillment in your physical life. But this is kind of read as like resistance in a way, but it's sort of like you're not aware of this. Like it isn't just like you're actively resisting it, it's more of like there's something that you're working on, you're being called to work on inside of you that's kind of blocking this from you. And it's like you want it, but it's like there's just something that you're needing to work on. So yeah, it's like you're needing to see your worth and to notice these blessings that are waiting for you and the opportunities that are waiting for you that you want them. Okay, so like I said, you're surrendering kind of like an emotional blockage and an ending of a cycle of an internal and emotional war that you've been like kind of holding on too tightly to. Okay, this Four of Pentacles is very much about holding on too tightly to something that you've already had. You're already accustomed to it. It's sort of also like a comfort zone, okay? And it's sort of like you're witnessing other people's blessings, and other people kind of receiving the attention or love that you desire. Like I said, it's like you want this richness, you want to experience these beautiful things in your life, and it's like you're noticing other people receive that, and it's like causing some emotional stagnancy that's adding on to that inner turmoil. And it's like you notice and know that it's working against you, and you know that comparing yourself to others and comparing your life to other people's lives is creating blockages, okay, to knowing who you truly are and what's already available to you. So you are also, like, I was getting a sense of a past relationship being involved, pain, like a wound from a past relationship being involved in this. So it's like you're finally experiencing newness after a breakup and no longer being afraid of change, the change that is here, okay? And you're making peace with this new cycle that's unfolding for you. So you're closing out this cycle of loneliness, of feeling left out or unwanted or some sort of rejection, okay, with this Five of Pentacles here. Or just simply not feeling wanted by life in general, or like feeling like, oh, why is this like this? Why does this continue to be this specific way when I am trying to create something that's grander, that I haven't that I want to experience, but I don't fucking come up. So you're closing out that cycle, and you're understanding that you do have a choice to take action towards this change. Okay, so it's like this, I kept getting this feeling of, wait, hold on. Yeah, so you are, it's like this, I kept getting this feeling of washing lack away with abundance, okay? So it's like adapting to this mindset of abundance, of this way of being of abundance, and doing the work to get out of stagnancy and connecting with your self-worth again, okay? So also, like, back to this relationship thing. So instead of taking on a new relationship offer or offers, you're doing the inner work instead of getting yourself caught up in something new. All right, so you're doing the inner work. You're getting yourself and your energy back. Like I said, your friends and your loved ones are helping you with that, and especially your angels, okay, your divine team. So in that sense as well, you're kind of being taught, you're learning something in a certain way. Like, again, with this Angels and Masters card, the Masters energy is really calling to me as I'm remembering, clarifying these cards with this Hierophant card as well, because the Hierophant is about listening and learning, and especially listening to that divine guidance, okay? So you are managing anxieties, fears, and trusting yourself to observe your humanness from an outside looking in perspective, like I said. And like I said, you're being guided to do the inner work, the needed inner work. Okay, so it's sort of like, okay, it's they're telling you, your angels are like, bitch, it's time. It is time. Let me stop. So you're not lying to yourself anymore about what you truly want and what it is that you need to do. Or you're kind of just realizing, Okay, it's sort of like I kept getting the feeling of like some of you in this collective know, and some of you are just realizing, or you're being nudged to realize what it is that you truly want and what you need to work on in yourself. So this is really something really specific that I was getting as I was clarifying this, but it was so obvious. Okay, so as you're closing out this cycle, you're noticing the root, which turns out to be anger that stems from a paternal wound or some sort of masculine energy. And it's like you're making more peace with that as you notice how hostile or closed up, or it's put you in some sort of energy of like stagnancy and lack. Okay, so you're noticing how that's affected you, and how much it has affected your connections as well, and as well as the peace in your home, in your physical home, or your home as in like your temple, your body, and who you are. Okay, so again, we're talking about working through some sort of internal war, which I feel like for some of you, a specific bunch of you, it has stemmed, the root of this has stemmed from this anger that you have towards a paternal figure. Okay, so you're working on not being so reactive, and you're working on that inner strength. Okay, remember that this is the only card that's reversed here, the strength card. In this deck, it's called the lust card. That's not anything to do with this. So yeah, it's like, it's very, very, very much like you are really mentally working through that excessive anger, and you're really it's just like there's just no way that you could escape from that clarity, because it's like the way that you're approaching it now, it's like you better go, baby, because you're doing the work. All right, so you are working on that inner strength. You're creating a life different from the pain that you've experienced. That's very important. So you're feeling more confident as well, and allowing yourself to exist in your authenticity. Very important. Okay, so making peace with yourself about a particular masculine energy again, and how this particular person has perceived you, treated you, and you're making peace with the fact that you're both different. I feel like this has to do, like this energy was more to do with the past relationship that whatever breakup it was that you're making peace with as well. And it's like, yeah, you're making peace with the fact that you're both different, that you were both different, and perceive things differently, and have a different perspective on things and how to deal with things. And this will allow and make it easier for both of you on your own journeys, on your own learning journeys, of letting the relationship go, or not of, but like this is making it easier and allowing both of you to learn about what it was that was up in the relationship. Okay, and it's helping both of you to let go of the relationship, and also it's very important for you to notice and be careful to not still be enmeshed in some sort of way with the other person's energy. Okay, so you may have already moved on. A lot of you have moved on, but if you're still kind of getting that sort of energy kind of like all up in your business, you're just like, what the fuck? So be careful of that, because you may have already moved on, but there still may be a Like, it may still be difficult in a way, or hard to let go of the relationship. Like, if you're noticing that you're still thinking about it a lot, it's probably because the other person hasn't moved on in the same way that you have. And it's like, if you make the effort to call back your energy, especially when you're noticing that bombardment, you know, like, once you call back your energy constantly and you retrieve it back completely, you'll notice that it's like you're not gonna be tainted anymore by this person and their own process of letting go of the relationship, okay? So you're making peace with the pain that others have caused you as well. Not just these relationships with these masculine energies, whether it was your father, whether it was a past ex. You're making peace with pain in how things have gone in your connections, in your relationships and friendships, okay? So you're understanding the lessons meant to be learned, like I said, and when the understanding happens, the anxiety that you have, this kind of inner turmoil that you have, will subside. Okay, so that's where I feel like this compassion card comes in, because I always say compassion, true compassion, does not require you to abandon yourself, okay? So once you can really sit with that compassion and open up your mind to, you know, in this very action-oriented and practical sense, you'll be able to gain this greater understanding, and that will allow you to kind of, you know, soften up inside, okay, instead of being so reactive, you know. So overall, I feel like this has a lot to do with the integration of masculine energy, okay? And I really need you to know that there's very, very great abundance coming to you. You're just closing out a very significant and profound and heavy cycle, okay? So I really hope that this helped you, and I love you so much. I wish you the best of blessings in the month of September.